All right, everyone. So we're back with another quick mod review for you all. So this one is actually, in my personal opinion, very cool. So this one pretty much has most of the mods or the things that we like, but all built into one mod. So we don't actually have to, or you wouldn't have to install 5 different mods to get everything that you need in one mod. This one, yes, also cross console. This one is on our cross console server and is working great as far as I'm aware. No complaints thus far. And you know what? Like I said, it's literally it's very cool. It's got a lot to it. So this one is called CrunkQoL. So your Crunk Quality of Life mod. So let's get into it. So I have set up everything pretty much with the exception of I think the feeding trough. Really quickly, the feeding trough it's got more inventory space and will keep the food for longer. But I didn't really see a need to really make it. But that's the advantage of just that portion of it. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first, you need to make the bench on your person. So that is it's just called QoL. There you have it. It's a little lantern. You can see it here on the ground. It provides a nice little light. Personally, I wish we could turn down the intensity, maybe just a wee bit. It's not so bad right now, but as the sun is up and it's brighter in Ark, I find it to be really bright. Maybe other people don't care. I don't really care. I'm just saying, just a thought. Maybe if I could turn down the light a little bit. I don't want to turn it off, but I mean, hey, maybe some people would. The option for it should be there. I don't know. Okay, so you make this little structure, this little lantern, and within this lantern is pretty much where you can make all of the stuff. So you've got your alchemy bench, you've got your beer keg, you've got your carpet bed, your cauldrons, your cold boxes, a dodo nest, a salvage table, your molten forge, you've got your sap trees, and so on and so forth. I will go and show you around right now. Okay, so this mod in its intentions is to make Ark a little less tedious, and I know as PC players we're familiar with mods. We know about the quality of life mods. We know what it's like to not have to struggle and not really have to deal with the real grind of Ark by having some of these quality of life mods. But now it's available for the console players, so I'm really excited that you guys get to have the same advantages that us as the PC players had to make some of these things in Ark a little less tedious. So we'll just start. We'll just start here. So this is the beer barrel. Now, the beer barrel does not need to be connected to water, so you don't have to worry about it having to be irrigated. It does craft your beer faster, so you just put the thatch and the berries in here, and there you go. Wait for the fermentation. I threw some berries in there pretty much just before I started. I would say I've gotten those two probably in 5 or 10 minutes, so that's not bad compared to the beer barrel that we're all familiar with that Ark provides. Next up is this little cold box. It is a preserving bin. It is smaller. It does stack, so if I made more than one, I can stack it on top of each other. It has 250 slots, and also it does not require spark powder to keep your food good. So you can put your stuff in here. You can see my spoiling timer on that has gone way up to I don't know if that's 56 days and 14 hours and 21 minutes and 40, I don't know. Regardless, it's a long time, and it's nice that you don't have to actually put any spark powder in there. So next up, anybody who has struggled with taming a giant bee before, have no fear. They have the tamed beehive. So this, as you saw, was all made in there. You just put the flowers in there. It will convert your flowers into honey. You don't have to worry about making sure you're in gilly going in and out of this. There are no bees. It's just magically turning these flowers into honey, and it's doing it at a relatively good speed. Next up, The water well also does not need to be connected to water, so you can have this anywhere. Just plop it on down, fill up your water jars, and wham bam, you're done. So it does show the range as far as how far I think it is irrigating your crops. So if I had something down, I think automatically it would be irrigating them. You can also, like I said, use it to fill up your water jars. So if I was to drink this, we can just throw that in there, or not because it's full. There you go. And it will automatically fill up your water jars, which is great. Very convenient. You can see this little crystal ball in the background there. We'll leave it, and I'll come back to that last. Next up is the Alchemist Table. This is where we craft, you know, the stuff that your mortal and pestle makes. As you can see, it is a hell of a lot faster, does it in bulk. It's very nice, so I guess would be equivalent to taking the place of the chemistry bench, but I still think this is faster. So definitely convenient, and of course, as you saw, it does not require any fuel or anything like that, which is great. Next up is the cauldron. Now there's a few things within this we can make a deviled egg. Good snack food to carry on you, will give slight health boost, and will also provide some water. That is pretty fantastic. I didn't see that when I was in there. This is me finding out for the first time. That's very cool. But as you can see, let me throw this stuff in. So it's got a few different tabs. I could have taken the filters out. You can make your veggie cakes in here. Any of your stews and battle tartars, that kind of stuff. Also doesn't need to be irrigated, so you can make all this stuff without having to worry about putting water jars in there or anything like that, which is great. It's going to make your jerky faster. Can I get some oil going? Yeah, we can craft 10. So you can see the jerky, obviously that is way faster than doing it in the vanilla preserving bin, which is great. So that's definitely worth it. Next is your kibble. So you can make your kibble in here. Again, doesn't need to be irrigated. So that to me is a bonus. You can see in the recipes, they take something called an egg yolk. And when I looked at this, I'm like, what's an egg yolk? Well, that's made in here. You can see. Potions are also made in here, so you have your medical brews and your energy brews, which is great. We've got a fresh piece of jerky there. And as you can see, whip extra small eggs into one yolk. Your small eggs into a yolk, so you're just using basically same type of eggs that you would use to make your kibbles. 15 yolks, 20 yolks. I'm wondering if, is that making 20 at a time? Huh. I don't think I have enough eggs. Kind of. What does it want? That would want 1 yolk. Regular? Do I have regular? Probably not. Sorry, I'm interested. I'll have to try this out and let everyone know in the comments section, because I'm sure you guys will have questions, medium, special. And we'll figure that out. How much does that make? Because it would not be worth putting in 15 eggs to make yourself 1 kibble when standardly it's only 1. I'm assuming that's not the case, though. I'm assuming. So yeah. The other thing within here I wanted to show you guys, which I actually for some reason am not seeing right now. They were in here, I swear. Jerky, kibbles, potions. They're not showing in potions. They're not showing there. Perhaps I'm not at the level. Oh no, there they are. Healing. Oh, I don't have it learned in my Ingrams. That's why. We'll just look. These are important. Okay. back to this. Apologies, everyone. So you can see them. I can bake them here now. So you can craft your healing potions. As you can see, that is going to regain our health. I do believe you can actually feed it to your tame dino as well to help its health. Um, the other thing here is a hunger potion. So if you're tired of waiting for your dinos that are taming to take that last bite, give it one of these and it will just go on and eat up all the food in its inventory and pretty much be an instant tame, which is kind of convenient. Not kind of, definitely convenient. They have a box of chocolates. It says the island's creatures love it, and it fully heals them or advances their taming. So there you go. So this can be fed to your dino and will fully heal them. That sounds like a win-win to me. And the other thing was hair of the dog. So have you ever knocked out your high-level dinosaur? And then something has come by and whacked it, which obviously is going to take down its taming effectiveness. Well, have no fear. We have hair of the dog here, and that will literally instantly wake up that dino, so you can re-knock it out and tame it up with 100% effective. So that's pretty much the gist of what's in the cauldron. There's kind of a lot going on in there. Next up is the salvage table. So all of you are familiar with the grinder. You put something in, and yeah, you put something in, and you get 50% of your resources back. Well, this bench, same idea. However, you will get 100% of your resources back. So if we put that in there, we click on it, grind selected item. I've just gotten all the resources back that it takes for me to actually make that. The other thing that I thought was cool is you can actually make thatch out of wood in here and flint out of stone. I don't know, flint, you're probably like, flint and thatch, that's an easy commodity on Ark. Yeah, it is, but if there's one thing I'm personally always running out of or never seem to have on me when I need it, it is flint and thatch. I don't know why. These are the two easiest resources that you could pretty much get on Ark, but do I ever have it in stock? No. So I kind of like the idea that you can convert your wood or your stone into those things. Next up is the Sap Tree. So you no longer have to go put a tap in the redwoods and risk your face being eaten by a thylacoleo. You can plop this down inside your base out on the ground. Doesn't have to be on a foundation. It will passively generate sap. I don't have to put anything in it for it to work. It's just been creating me sap as it sits here. So, I mean, gotta love that. Next up is the Molten Forge. Molten Forge is used as your industrial forge. Same idea. It's going to cook your metal. It does take gas or spark powder in order to work. I have some metal in there so you can see how fast it actually will cook it. And it does it, I think, in stacks of like 20. Yeah, stacks of 20. So there you go. We got a stack of 20 cooked metal ingots already. Next up here is the stove. So you guessed it, it is powered by wood and obviously is used to cook our meat at a faster speed than obviously the campfire. So these, in my opinion, I mean, they don't require any complicated resources. Some ingots, some fiber, some wood, and some thatch for the most part. Some of them do require cementing paste, but again, that is not too difficult, so I did not find them to be that hard to make. Next here is the Smithy. So it does the exact same thing as the regular Smithy. It's just smaller. It's just missing like the table part of it. Can't complain. So you can make all of your Smithy stuff all in there. Next is this. You're like, hey, it's a rug. No, it's a rug bed. A carpet bed. So you can obviously make this really early without any hide. I believe it was just fiber. We can go in the bench and take a quick look at some of the resources really quick that some of these things require. But for me, I feel like that is a good early game bed that you can get laid down and have a place to respawn pretty early on in your Ark play. So next is the dodo nest. You put majo berries in this and it will just passively generate you dodo eggs. You don't have to have a dodo. You don't have to have dodos around. Just have to have some majo berries. And bam, you've got the first eggs that you need for your kibble farm. Without even having to tame them. Without having to tame them. Not that taming dodos is hard. I'm just saying. I mean, I just love passive generation. I love not having to do work. last but not least, as far as the structures go, here is a dirt mound. This does need to be irrigated, so you will have to have this by your well or by your irrigation parts. It's just a mound of dirt. You can place your seeds in there, your fertilizer, and grow your crops. It's just a different look. Thought it was pretty cool. But that's pretty much it. Now, I said we would come back to this circular thing. So anybody who watches or plays on our servers, or even watches me, I love a good dino in my pocket. I like to be able to cryo them up and carry them around with me and throw them out wherever I may need. Now, while this does not have some of the other things like the storage will passively generate eggs and poop and all the passive things that the dinosaurs do. It is very simple, but you can do this right in your inventory is where these are crafted at. So your soul storage will take crystal, oil, metal, and polymer, and then your little crystal balls, soul holders, is just crystal and fiber. So that is a cheap cryopod, in my opinion. My PTs are over here, so we could just go on over here. You put this in your hand, and bam. So you can see I've got this little crystal ball with my PT in it. You can see down in my hotbar, it does tell me what it is, so I will obviously know. It's not going to be a guess. And basically, you can store them in here. Just like that, which I thought was pretty cool. But like I said, this thing is not going to generate you any feces or anything like that. It's just a place to hold your dinos, which looks cool. Plus, it has something to a little cheap cryopod, so you can cryo your dinos around and throw them out whenever you feel you may need them. So that's pretty much it. This one was a little bit longer, but it had quite a bit of pieces to it that I thought were worth showing to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, we do have a cross-play server and a PC-only ASA server. If any of you guys are interested in joining, definitely just hit that Discord link in the description of the video. Join the Discord, sub to the channel, and come join us. This mod is on a cross-console server. It is working well. Again, it is cross-console, so you PC players, your Xbox players, your PS5 players, you can all use it. You know, to make your Ark life a little easier. So I do appreciate each and every one of you, everyone who has been liking, subscribing, commenting, watching the videos. Of course, feel free to leave any comments, questions you may have. I do try my best to get back to all of you with some kind of an answer when I can, and at least be able to take it away and find the answer for you. Again, thanks everyone, and I will see you all in the next one.